The boy stood still, barefoot on the cracked earth, dust clinging to his ankles. The sun was setting, painting the sky orange, but the warmth never reached him. His shirt was torn, hanging off one shoulder, and his ribs showed when he breathed. In his hand was an old briefcase, scratched and broken at the corners. It wasn't his. He had found it near the bus stop weeks ago, but carrying it made him feel like he belonged to a better world. The village around him looked tired. Mud houses leaned against each other, roofs patched with tin and hope. This place swallowed dreams quietly. People were born here, worked here, and disappeared here without leaving a mark. The boy had always wondered if life was meant to be this small. As he walked down the narrow lane, something strange stopped him. A mirror, tall, clean, standing right in the middle of the road as if it had been waiting for him. It reflected the golden light of the sunset, untouched by dust. The boy's heart pounded. Mirrors didn't belong in places like this. He stepped closer and froze. A man stood inside the mirror. He was tall, wearing a perfectly fitted dark suit. His shoes shined. His hair was neatly styled, and in his hand was a leather briefcase that looked heavy with purpose. The man's face was calm, confident, familiar. The boy's throat went dry. Who are you?" he whispered. The man smiled, not proudly, not sadly, just knowingly. "I'm you." The boy laughed nervously. "That's not funny. I'm nobody." The man's smile softened. "I used to believe that too." The boy looked down at his own clothes. "I sleep hungry. I work instead of going to school. People don't even remember my name." "I remember every one of those nights," the man said quietly. The boy felt his chest tighten. "Then tell me, how did you escape?" The man didn't answer immediately. He looked around at the village, the broken walls, the dirt roads. "I didn't escape all at once," he said. "I escaped one thought at a time." The boy sat down slowly. "Everyone here says this is fate. They told me the same lie," the man replied. "Fate is not where you're born. Fate is what you accept." The boy clenched his fists. "My father died working himself to death. My mother still breaks her back every day. If hard work changes lives, why didn't it change theirs?" The man's eyes filled with emotion. "Because hard work without belief becomes survival. Hard work with belief becomes direction." The boy swallowed. "I'm scared. So was I. I fail at everything. So did I. I don't feel special. Neither did I," the man said. "But I learned something important. Being special isn't given. It's built." The man spoke of nights spent studying by dim lights, when sleep begged louder than ambition, of being rejected, ignored, humiliated, of watching others succeed faster and easier, of crying alone and still showing up the next day. "There were days I wanted to quit," the man admitted. "Days when quitting felt like peace." "So why didn't you?" the boy asked. "Because I remembered this moment," the man said, looking straight at him. "I remembered the boy who needed me to keep going." The wind grew stronger. Dust swirled around them. "What if I try and still lose?" the boy whispered. The man stepped closer inside the mirror. "Then you lose knowing you tried. That already makes you different." The boy stood up. His heart was racing, but something inside him felt steady for the first time. "Will I really become you?" he asked. The man nodded slowly. "Only if you stop asking if and start deciding when." The boy blinked. The mirror disappeared. The road was empty again. Same village, same broken houses, same poverty. But the boy was no longer the same. That night, he opened the old briefcase and placed a torn notebook inside. On the first page, he wrote a single sentence. "This is not where my story ends." Years passed. The boy stumbled. He failed. He doubted himself 1,000 times. But every time he wanted to quit, he remembered the mirror. He remembered the man who believed in him before the world ever would. One day, a man walked through that same village wearing a suit, carrying a briefcase filled with real work and real dreams. He stopped where the mirror once stood and closed his eyes, because he knew nothing changes until you change how you think. And once you do, everything changes.